Are more people coming?
One more, she said.
One more.
Yeah.
Nope.
And there's probably some people online too. So.
Nope. I actually brought in at one point my baby gate from at home for when I have kittens to use as a shield to get in the door.
Did it work?
So leave one spot here or there, wherever you'd like to go.
Yeah.
I love that. Look, there's someone else here who can smell their bag.
So we want one more that's coming.
Okay.
What time is it? Yes, I mean, if you want to get started, I'll quietly bring her over.
Yeah.
We're always like, they're watching, they're judging. What do you see? Do you see Claire? Looks like you're looking at Claire.
Gina, if you want to do like a little.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for supporting the cafe. My name is Gina. I'm one of the leads here at the cafe. If you don't know anything about the cafe, we are a nonprofit, 100% volunteer-based rescue. Our cats are from the Animal Coalition of Delaware County, so any donations go 100% back to the cats. We appreciate Leanne and volunteering her amazing skills, and thank you for joining. Have a great practice.
Yes. Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves started. Thank you all for being here today. I love that we are back in person and back in the Cat Nook. It's wonderful to have everyone here. Just a little housekeeping. If you feel comfortable with it, you're more than welcome to do so, but since you're on your mat and we're all kind of 6 feet apart, you're welcome to take it off. I will likely take mine off just so I can project my voice a little bit more. But it's completely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. And of course, just watch your spatial awareness and your footing. You don't want to step on a cat or a cat's tail. I feel like I've done that too many times to my own cat, so I always like to mention that. But otherwise, we're going to get started. This is an all levels class. Woo! This is an all levels class, so take what you need from it. Everything is an offering, doesn't mean you have to take it, so take whatever feels good. If you just want to hang out and sit with the cats the whole time, you're more than welcome to do that too.
All right, and I normally do take pictures. Does anyone not want to be in pictures? And I always like to say I don't post bad pictures. So if the pose is not flattering, I do not post it. Does anyone need a water?
I'll take a water.
Yep. Anyone else?
Okay, I'll take one off.
Yep, you want one?
I got one. Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm good. Yep, I have one. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Today is a little bit holiday themed, festive, so you'll hear a little bit of holiday music if you don't mind. All right, so we're going to come to a nice seated position, whatever that means for you. Legs can be crossed or sitting in front of you, whatever feels best for you. I like to start our class with a little bit of breathing and meditation. So if you just take a moment to kind of check in with yourself, maybe place one hand on the heart, the other on the belly. Maybe close the eyes down or just have a nice soft gaze. And allow yourself to settle into where you are right now. Take some deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale, maybe you sigh it out. And just allowing yourself to be in the present moment. So letting go of whatever may have happened before this time. Letting go of whatever may come after this time. And genuinely tuning into your present moment just as you are. And give yourself a little gratitude for just showing up today. Sometimes showing up and just getting physically to a certain place can be the hardest part. So just thank yourself for being here. And we certainly thank you for being here on behalf of the Cat Nook. Take some nice deep breaths. And we'll gently start to bring our hands down to the earth. So feel the fingertips on the earth today. Nudge yourself to sit up a little bit taller than you might normally sit. Relax the shoulders down the back. Nice, good posture. Might be a noisy one with this wheel over here. And as you sit up a little bit taller, feel the earth holding you up today, supporting you. Let the energy come from the crown of the head. And we're going to turn our palms up to the sky. On the inhale, we'll rise the arms up. Maybe the gaze comes up with it. Exhale, turn the palms down to the earth. Inhale, nice and big as you rise up, reach up. Exhale to turn down to the earth. Take this on your own pace, rising on the inhales, exhaling back down to the earth. It's a really good way to sync up your breath with your movement. And that's a huge part of the Vinyasa yoga practice, is our breath and how we can connect it to our movement. So really finding that rhythm for yourself. And breathing nice and deeply. I don't know what's going on over here. You're making a lot of noise. Nice deep breaths. Very good. And on the inhale, bring the arms all the way up to the top. Maybe you bring the palms together, or you can let the palms go up to the sky, your choice. We're going to take a nice, good morning stretch, so side to side through the torso. Really feeling the side body reaching. Oh yeah, that always feels so good. Nice. Option to stay here and hang out here for a bit, or you can bring the hands to the lower back. Take a clasp with the lower back, or you can grab opposite elbows, your choice. Open up the heart nice and big, and relax the shoulders down the back. As we open up our hearts physically, and opening up the front of the body here, allow this to bring more gratitude to yourself, and really thinking about how we can open up our hearts during the holiday season, how we can open up our hearts as we get into the end of the year, and bring more love and gratitude to ourselves through an open heart. On the inhale, we're going to bring our arms around and give yourself a nice big hug. Good. So feel the stretch behind the shoulders. You can walk your fingertips back a little bit more if that feels good for you. But this should open up the back of the body as well. Maybe you allow the neck to move around a little bit here. So letting the neck go up and down, maybe tilting the head side to side. Nice and gentle. You got a full-on cat wrestle going on here. Very nice. And then let your arms come out. We're going to bring the hands to our shoulders. Let the elbows go out to the side. If this feels good for you, we're going to take a couple circle shoulders. So bring your circles of the shoulders, bring your elbows in, and then rise them on the inhale. Exhale, draw them down the back. Take a few of these on your own pace. Continuing to open up the heart, open up the front of the body here. Good, and maybe one more. Nice and gentle. Good. We're gonna rise the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale to come into heart center. Nice big inhale as you open. Exhale into heart center, and once more, nice big aura of energy all around you. Everything coming back into heart center. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today, and that can be something very basic, something very simple, or it can be something that gathers or guides you through the rest of the season, guides you through the rest of the year. Just setting that intention in this space. Take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, let it go. Very good. Shake it out. We're going to bring our feet in front of us and let the knees point to the sky. Just going to add some music here. And you can let your hands settle behind you. Maybe the fingertips point to the back of the room or the front of the room, your choice. We're gonna let the knees go side to side like a windshield wiper, right and left. You can take this on your own pace. We're just opening up the hip flexors here. Here we go. Whoop. Keep it going there. Nice deep breaths. There we go. And as you let the knees go side to side, maybe you take this one more step further by letting the weight come into one hand and then pushing the hip up and reaching through the side body. You can take that on either side. Keep the knees down or straighten the legs, your choice. We're just reaching through our side body here and breathing. Nice deep breath. We'll take one more on either side. Nice, good stretches. Very good. I knew you were going to be my buddy. Then we'll bring the knees back to the front here. Let the heels come down to the ground. Point the toes up to the sky. Sit up nice and tall. We're just going to straighten and flex through the feet here. So point and flex. And really move through the toes as much as you can. So when you point, think of really rolling pinky all the way to the big toe. Very good. This is a good way to establish a good foundation through our feet early on, and it will help with balance in your practice. Very good. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together, bend the knees in for butterfly or bound angle pose, and then take a few kind of waddles through the hips here, opening up the hip flexors. Very nice. On the inhale, we're going to rise the arms up. Gently take a twist toward your right shoulder. So find what works for you with this twist. A twist can either be just a look over the shoulder, or it can be as much as looking toward the back of the room, your choice. Breathing here. Twisting provides clarity in the body, but also through the mind. So see what you can let go here. Beautiful. On the inhale, we're going to rise the arms up above us, unraveling to the front. Exhale to twist to the opposite direction. Continuing to stay nice and tall, continuing to breathe, and twisting to wherever feels best for you. On the inhale, we're going to rise up, reach up. Gently with a flat back, bring the hands to the floor. Option to continue to walk the hands out in front of you, but try to keep the back nice and flat, so not hunching over, not kind of creating this rounding, but really reaching through the spine, keeping the spine nice and long. And just see where it takes you. Good, breathing here. See if you can breathe your exhales into your lower back. Maybe you shake the head yes and no. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. And then gently start to walk your hands back to the center body, rolling up through the spine. Very good. Shake it out, let it go. We're going to bring our knees together and then sweep your feet to one side. We're going to transition onto tabletop position. So in your tabletop position, placing the hands down into the earth, spread the fingertips nice and wide, create a nice good base for yourself. Shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. On the inhale, we'll send our gaze and our heart forward, drop your belly down for cow. Exhale, look into the belly button, round through the back for cat. Inhale, gaze and heart shine forward for cow. Exhale, rounding through the back for cat. Very good. Take a few of these on your own pace. Maybe moving side to side through the hips or just moving the torso however you need to. Breathing nice and deeply. Are you going to teach this class for me? Nice and deep. And then coming into a nice neutral spine for a tabletop position. We'll send our right arm out for a handshake, straighten and flex into the left leg. Reaching out in front of you. Maybe you bring that back foot off of the ground, your choice. But keep the spine nice and long, engage the core, continue to breathe. Good. From here, we're going to take our right arm out to the side. Maybe you bend your left knee, your choice. Ooh. Hi. Exhale, come back down through tabletop. Let it go. We're going to shift onto the left side. So let the left arm come out for a handshake, straighten and flex it to the right leg this time. Engage your core, continue to breathe. Option to stay here or option to rise that foot off of the ground. And then option to either bend or bring the left arm out to the side and bend the right knee, your choice. Breathing here. Coming back down into tabletop position. Let it go. Very good. We're gonna put all of our weight into the left hand this time. And open up through the right shoulder, right hip. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Let your gaze look up. So we're in a half plank. You're more than welcome to take a full plank, full side plank if you want, and bring that bottom knee off of the ground. Your choice. Take a nice deep breath here. On the exhale, come back down into tabletop position. Option to move into a plank if you so wish. We're gonna switch on to the right side, so putting all of our weight into the right hand, left shoulder, left hip, open up. And we're reaching up to the sky, gaze looks up. Option to take a full side plank or half, where you are, your choice. Nice deep breaths here. Exhale to come back down through tabletop position. From here, option to stay in tabletop. I'm gonna switch this cat. Or coming a little bit forward, or you can go into plank. We're slowly gonna lower down 3 counts. On the inhale, take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, lowering down 3, 2, 1, all the way down to the ground. Inhale to gently come up to a cobra or baby cobra, your choice. Whatever feels good on your lower back here. I'm in Sphinx. Take a nice deep breath here. And then we're going to transition our way back to downward facing dog. So if you need to come through tabletop to get there, you're more than welcome to. And then you want to push your hips up to the sky, hands into the earth. You can walk your dog by shifting the weight in the hamstrings here. Your choice. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here in downward facing dog. Very nice. And then we're going to start to walk our hands to our feet to our hands at the top of our mat, coming into forward fold. You can bring the feet about shoulder width apart and bend the knees as much as you need to. Allow yourself to release and let go here. Maybe shaking the head yes and no. Letting the shoulders release. And then pick up the toes off of the ground, place them back down one by one. Nice, good standing weight. Nice, good base. On the inhale, we're gonna start to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Your head should be the very last thing to come up. Take your time. So we're growing from the ground up, rolling up. Nice and gentle. Once you reach the top, let the arms come above. Exhale as you dive down to the earth. Good. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. We're gonna take that again, that sun salutation. I really encourage you to take it on your own time and on your own breath. On the inhale, starting to roll up, finding what works for you, and rising the arms above at the top. Exhale, diving down. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna place the hands down to the earth. Bend your knees. We're gonna step our right foot back behind us to a low lunge. Knee is over the ankle here, so if you need to kind of wiggle your foot forward in order to get the knee over the ankle, feel free to do that. Option to stay here or option to rise up to your full crescent lunge, your choice. Very nice. And we're breathing, knees over the ankle, we're on the back ball of our foot. Hips are facing forward, relax the shoulders, relax the face. Very good, we're gonna come to cactus, so arms come out to the side. We're gonna take a few side bends here. We're just establishing our core strength. Nice, good core strength we have here. Woo. On the inhale, reach the arms up, look up. We're gonna step that back foot up to meet the front foot at the top of your mat. Nice tall stance. Option to stay here, maybe hands come to heart center, or option to take a chair pose. Your feet will be slightly together, And then sitting back in your chair. So the goal is not to go low here. The goal is to keep a nice, good posture. So we're not bending over. Nice, good posture. And then just sitting back slightly. Weight is evenly distributed through the feet. So if you need to spread those toes a little bit more to plant down into the earth more, you can do so. Breathe. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, we'll rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale to dive down. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna bend our knees, hands come down to the ground. Step the left foot back behind you. Remember, knees over the ankles, so try to move that foot in order to achieve that. Option to stay here, this is more than enough. Or option to rise up to a full crescent lunge. Your choice. Getting toasty. Breathing nice and deeply. Relax the shoulders, relax your face. This time, arms either come to cactus or straight out to a T, your choice. If you're coming out to the T, maybe you notice if your center of gravity changes just with that subtle change of arms. And then take your side bends. Very good. Inhale to rise, the arms up, reach up, look up. We're gonna step that back left foot up to meet the front foot. Option to stay here, find your balance, your choice. Or option to sit back in your chair pose, going to where it's best for you. Engage your core and breathe. Nice deep breaths. On the inhale, we'll rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive down to the earth. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, we're gonna bend our knees. Hands come down. We're gonna make our way back to tabletop, or you can stay in a plank. And then we're gonna lower down, slowly all the way down. Inhale to come up to baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, we'll find our way back to downward facing dog. So you can take these in between motions however you need to. Make it your own. And let the transition be just as important as the actual position you're getting to. We're finding our way back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. Let it go. On the inhale, we're going to send our right heel up to the sky. Very good. We're going to step that right in between the hands. So we're back in our low lunge. We're going to spin the back heel down. So bring that back heel down. And then we're going to rise up gently up to warrior one. So warrior one is sometimes tricky with finding your stance. So this is a very narrow stance. You can bring this back foot out more to create a wider stance and more balance, yeah? Engage your core, shoulders relaxed. We're breathing, we're smiling. Hips are to the front, very nice. Nice, good base. You can always readjust if you need to. On the inhale, we're going to rise through the front knee. Exhale to bend. Good. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. Inhale, rising up. Exhale to bend. Once more, nice big inhale. Exhale to bend. This time we're going to rise up and open up to warrior two. So we're going to turn our hips to the side. I'm just going to face this way for you guys. Hips are going to the side. Front knee is the right knee is bent. Engage your core. Arms come out. Warrior two. Look out past your middle finger. Find your focus. And breathe. Good. So remind yourself of how strong you are here. You have the strength. You're doing it. We're going to flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. Very good. Continue to bend into that front knee and lengthen through the side body. Maybe your gaze comes up. Breathing. Inhale as you rise back up to warrior two. We're going to flip the back palm, reach to the front or the sky, extended side angle. Good. So find what you need here, but continue to lengthen through the side body, open the heart, Maybe the gaze comes up. Breathing nice and deep. Inhale, we'll rise back up to warrior two. Remind yourself of how strong you are. Good. We're gonna flip both palms. And on the inhale, rise through the front knee, arms come above you. Exhale to bend. Inhale as you rise up, reach up, hello, how are you? Exhale to bend. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. I'm just gonna move this a little bit. There we go. Whoops, sorry guys, just moving this around. We're inhaling and we're exhaling. Nice and deep. There we are. Very good. We'll take one more breath. Then coming back to warrior two, we're gonna flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. Exhale to cartwheel your hands down to your mat, frame your foot, and start to move through that flow or meet us in downward dog. If you need to drop the knees, go ahead. Whatever you need in between. The in-betweens are yours, yeah? So find what you need. And finding your way back to downward facing dog. Once you do find yourself back to downward facing dog, take a nice big cleansing breath. Exhale, let it go. We're gonna send our left heel up to the sky. Nice and gentle. Step that foot in between the hands. Oh yeah. We're gonna spin on the back ball of our foot, bring that back heel down. When you're ready, we'll rise up to warrior one. So remember, you can change your stance here to make it more wide. Step that right foot out, so the back foot out just a bit to create that base. Hips are square to the front and arms rise. There we are. Very good. Looking good. Knee is bent over the ankle. And our shoulders are relaxed and we're smiling and we're good. On the inhale, we're gonna rise through the front knee. Exhale to bend. Inhale, rising. Exhale to bend. Good, inhale. Exhale, bend. One more. Very good. This time we're gonna open up to warrior two. So opening up that hip to the side. Left knee is still in front. Yep. So let me face, so you want to face your hips to that side wall. There you go, yep. And then bend through the front knee. Nice wide stance. If you need to readjust, you're more than welcome to. Engage your core, arms come out, warrior two. Look out past your middle finger, nice strong warrior that you are. Remind yourself of how strong and mighty you are. And breathe. Rosita. We're gonna flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room, reverse warrior. Good, so continue to bend into that front knee, lengthen through the side body, gaze looks up. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. We're gonna flip the back palm, reach to the front or the sky, extended side angle. Keep the shoulders open, heart open. Gaze can go up to the sky if you so wish. And we're breathing. Are you in a daze? Are you in a daze? Inhale to come back up to warrior two, nice and strong. Remind yourself of your strength. We're gonna flip the both palms. And we're gonna rise through the front knee. Arms come above you. Exhale to bend. Good, inhale to rise. You can take this on your own pace, rising on your inhales, exhaling to return to warrior two. Remind yourself to sync up your movement with your breath. So if you feel winded right now, it might be because you're not breathing as much as you should. So find those deep breaths to be nourishing to your body. We're gonna take two more. Nice deep breaths. Coming back to warrior two, we're gonna flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. Exhale, we're gonna cartwheel the hands down to the ground, frame the foot, move however you need to. We're gonna make our way back to warrior two. So if you need to drop your knees, go ahead and do that, whatever you need. Nice deep breaths. We're gonna take a nice big cleansing breath in warrior two. We're gonna bring our knees down. Let the big toes touch at the back of your mat. You can bring your knees a little bit wider if you want. And we're gonna settle into child's pose. So take this time to rest if you need to. You need to grab a drink of water if you need to just kind of refresh yourself, whatever. And then know that you don't have to keep the arms in front of you in child's pose. You can put them behind you or whatever feels best, most comfortable. And breathe. Maybe get some pets in. Some of our kitties are just like, why are they in here? They are in our space. No, no, no. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, you. So if you're back in your child's pose, take this time to really take some deep breaths. Notice how you feel. Maybe take this time to reconnect with the intention that you set at the beginning of class. Maybe take this time to realize how tired you are. Or taking this time to kind of regain the strength so you can continue with your practice. We'll take 2 more breaths here. You guys are doing great. Kitties are doing great. I knew. I walked away with my mask. Are you kidding me? Are you? Oh, that's not even my mask. It's someone else's. Oh my God. Where's mine? Oh, I put mine in.
Maybe it's under your sweater.
No, I put it right here.
Oh.
But I have a black one too. I was like, no way. Kitty's walking away with stuff. We're going to start to transition ourselves back to downward facing dog. So take your time in getting there. Take however long you need to take. And then we're going to walk our feet to our hands at the top of our mat. Coming into forward fold. If you need to take a moment here, bend the knees, release, let it go. We're going to start to roll up one vertebrae at a time up to standing. Take your time. Arms are going to come above. Then come to heart center. Good. So we're going to move into our balancing series. So if you need to grab a wall or a cat tree or something to hold on to, you're more than welcome to. If not, I'm sure you can find the balance within yourself. We're going to start with a Christmas tree pose. Really place all of your weight into your right foot. So spread those toes, really create the base. And then option to take a kickstand to the inside of the ankle or up a little bit higher, your choice, just not on the knee. Okay? Stand up nice and tall so you're not leaning into that supporting hip. And then take whatever arm position that you wish to take. I'm going to take a nice good Christmas tree. Breathing. Exhale, step down, let it all go. Getting ready for the other side. We're going to put all of our weight into the left foot, so really spread those toes, create that good root. You want all 4 corners of your foot to receive weight, so not just in the heel or the toe, really create that. And then either to the inside of the ankle, maybe a little higher, just not on the knee. Whatever feels best. Good. And breathing nice and deeply. Good, good, good. Find your breath. Exhale, step down. Let it go. Very nice. We're going to continue with a little more balancing. You're more than welcome to return back to your tree pose or just standing nice and tall and creating balance that way. Or if you want to carry on, we'll put all of our weight into the right foot. We're gonna grab in front of, whoop, my balance is way off today. Grab in front of the shin here. Stand up nice and tall through the spine. Option to stay here, or option to take this knee out to the side. There we go. We're gonna draw back through the center. And then maybe you send this heel back behind you for warrior three. So I'm gonna turn this way. Now your foot doesn't have to come far off the ground. It can stay on the ground if you want. Your choice. And we're breathing. Nice deep breath. On the inhale, stand up nice and tall. Step it down. Let it all go. Are we breathing? Good. Getting ready for the other side. We're going to place all of our weight to the right foot. We're going to send that left knee up. You can grab right in front here. Stand up nice and tall. If this is as far as you want to go, this is more than enough. If you want to take it a step further, bring that knee out to the side. Stand up nice and tall. We're going to bring everything back to the center. Option to stay here or option to send your heel back behind you. Looking good, good balances. Maybe you go into warrior three. Remember, you can make it as small or as big as you want. This is your practice. You can hold a kitty. He happens to be my favorite. It's Austin. Step it down, let it go. Yes, you did it. If you can hold a kitty in balance, you got something going. Good. On the inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. We're going to take a nice good sun salutation all the way down. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to start to make our way down to our mats, coming into tabletop. Take your time. If being on your knees is too much, you can always fold your mat and create a little bit more space, or a little bit more cushion. I can't focus with you here. So coming on to tabletop position. We're just gonna move through the hips a little bit here. So you just wanna bring your knee off and take a little circle here. And then take a circle the opposite direction. Again, if this bothers your knee, feel free to create the padding with your mat by folding it back. We're gonna switch on to the other leg. So putting the weight into the right and taking that circle outward and then inward. Very nice. Coming back onto tabletop. We're gonna move into our hip opening series. I like to offer options here because everyone's hips open differently, so find what works for you. The first option is lizard lunge. You'll step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. You can walk this foot as far out as the edge of your mat or even past the edge of your mat, whatever you need. Knees over the ankle here and then push on into this hip flexor. You're more than welcome to stay here or go down, whatever feels best. That's option one. Option two, pigeon. You'll bring your right knee in between your hands. You'll kind of wiggle on down. You've got to find what works for you because everyone's hips are different. Make sure the hips are square. The back foot is right behind your hip. And then option to stay here or you can come on down. That's option two. Option three, if none of that sounds good, come onto your back. Cross the right leg over the left and take a figure four. You can grab underneath the thigh and pull it in. So any one of those three options, go ahead and pick one. And then just hang out and breathe. So when you do the figure four down, so figure four, you've got it going there, and then you can take your hands underneath your thigh, lift that foot up and bring it in closer. If that's too much, you can just come back to where you were. Of course, while you're here, you don't want to strain or feel like you're shaking. And if you are, come out of it, maybe try a different pose or just readjust to what feels best for you. We just want to find peace in our pose. No need to strain ourselves. And make sure you're breathing. Nice deep breaths. We're going to be here for about 5 more breaths, so take your time. Let your breath be intentional. Maybe you find yourself sinking deeper in your pose naturally. That's why with any kind of stretching, just find what's comfortable first, then continue to breathe, and you'll notice that your body starts to let go and the oxygen is being sent to your muscles. So it'll start to go down the more you breathe. We're going to take 2 more breaths here, and then we're going to switch on to the other side. So finding a easy transition for yourself, maybe coming back to tabletop where we started, or just finding what works for you. We're going to move on to the other side. And just because you did one pose on the right does not mean you have to do the same thing on the left. If you know you're more open on one side than the other, maybe challenge yourself. Or if not, just find what works. If you're coming onto the left, just a reminder with lizard, you're stepping your left foot out to the outside of your left hand, knees over the ankle. If you're coming into pigeon, left knee comes in between the hands, wiggle on down to what feels good for you. Or if you're coming onto your back for figure 4, the left leg crosses over the right and you pull it on in closer if you need to. And breathe. How are we doing? Nice deep breaths. We're going to be here for about 5 more breaths, so take your time finding something comforting. If you need to readjust because it's not comfortable, please do so. Two more breaths here. Take your time. Hi. And we're going to start to transition. Option to come back into tabletop or maybe child's pose or whatever you need to. Shake it out. Let it go. And then we are going to slowly lower ourselves down to our mats, onto our bellies. Take your time in getting there. If being on your stomach doesn't feel good, you're more than welcome to come onto your back. But if you do come onto your stomach, bring your hands just to the side of your chest. Squeeze your elbows in toward your body. And on the inhale, we're going to come up just a little bit off the ground. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to take this further, you can bring the hands down by your hips. Exhale to release all the way down. Turn your cheek for a rest. Let it go. You're going to take that one more time. Option to bring the hands down and rise from there. Exhale to lower gently down. Good. We're going to bend our knees and windshield wiper the legs behind you. That's releasing all the things we just worked on through the hips and the lower back. And then with the most gentle energy that you have, we're going to make our way onto our backs. So moving however you need to, make it easy for yourself. And move like you're moving through water, nice and slow, nice and fluid. Coming onto your back. You have your feet facing the back. Good. Once you get onto your back, we're going to place our feet into the earth and then walk your feet close toward your sits bones. Knees pointing up to the sky. And make sure the knees are parallel. So making sure they're not dipping in or dipping out. Nice and steady all the way up to the sky. Hands into the earth next to you. Take a nice deep breath here. Relax your shoulders into the earth. So just let the earth hold you. A lot of times we put tension in the shoulders, but if you really just kind of settle into the earth here. And we're gonna take bridge pose 2 times. So take whatever you need, but we're gonna rise our hips up off of the ground. Maybe it's just a little bit the first time. Put all the weight into your feet and rise the hips up. Maybe you push all the way up, your choice, and breathe. So we're creating more circulation, more energy into the heart with this little inversion here. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, lower all the way down, back onto the earth. Very good. We're going to take bridge pose again, and a couple options if you want to add any variations. You'll bring the hands to a clasp at the lower back if you choose, or you can push to the balls of your feet when you reach the top, or you can even bring one foot off at a time once you reach the top. Any of those you're more than welcome to take, or anything that's kind of speaking to you. When you're ready, on the inhale, start to rise up for your bridge pose. And taking any of those variations if they're speaking to you. If not, stay where you are. Take a nice deep inhale at the top. Exhale, we're going to lower down nice and slowly. Coming back down onto the earth. We'll squeeze our knees in toward our chest. Maybe rocking side to side. Breathing here. We're going to keep our right knee in towards our chest. Send the left leg down to the bottom of your mat. So option to stay here, maybe opening and closing the hip, or option to take a twist by taking your right knee across your center line to the left side. So right knee is going to draw across the center line, coming over to the left side, and taking a twist from there. You can always stay where you are. If you are in this twist, try to open up your shoulders so that both shoulders are going toward the earth. And breathing. Take about 3 more breaths here. And we'll come back onto our backs. You can squeeze both knees into the chest again. Give yourself a hug. We're going to keep our left knee in toward our chest. Send the right leg down. Option to stay here. This is more than enough. Or option to take a twist by bringing your left knee across the center line to the right side. You can adjust your hips if you need to in this twist, and keep the shoulders nice and open. Breathing. Nice deep breaths here. We'll take 2 more. And then start to bring yourself back onto your back. Knees back into the chest. A couple options here. Option to take happy baby. You'll bring your knees up and your feet up to the sky. Grab to the outsides of your feet. Option to let the feet go all the way up to the sky. Maybe bending the knees and bringing the hands behind the thighs. Or option to take a shoulder stand by pushing your hips all the way up to the sky, bringing your elbows in, and supporting yourself with your hands at your lower back. I cannot do that right now. but just find what works for you. Nice deep breaths. And then taking whatever last bits of movement that your body's asking you to take. So if you want to stretch more behind the legs here, if you just want to roll around, if there are any poses that you'd like to do that I didn't get to, feel free to do whatever you need as we begin to close our practice. Any last bits of movement that you need personally. Oh no. You're like right where my screen is, silly. Sorry, you gotta go. And then as you take those last bits of movement, we're gonna squeeze our knees in toward our chest. We're gonna give ourselves a nice big hug. Then we're gonna bring our chin toward our chest, coming into a nice little ball of energy that you are. Thank yourself. Take a nice big inhale at the top. Exhale, start to lower, coming into your Shavasana, your final resting pose. So allow the legs to come down. Allow the arms to come out by your side. And allowing yourself to lie nice and flat on your mat as you take your final resting pose. And we take our final resting pose as a way to reap the benefits of our practice, as a way to rest and feel all the feels of all the things we just did. If there's anything else you're holding on to, mind, body, or spirit, take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, let it all go into the earth. Relax. 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 Start to come back. Wiggle your toes and your fingertips. Let your breath deepen. Take a nice big stretch overhead. Coming back into your body. Gently start to come onto your side. Give yourself a nice big hug. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank yourself for honoring your wellness and your health and dedicating this time to yourself on this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm certainly thankful for all of you who are here with us in this lovely cat nook with all these lovely cats. We'll gently start to come up to a seated position. Take your time. as you come up to your seated position. On the inhale, rise. Rise the arms up to the sky. Exhale to come into heart center. Nice big inhale as you rise. Exhale to come into heart center. And once more, nice good aura of energy that you've created today. Everything coming back into heart center. Allow love and gratitude to carry you wherever you go. Draw the thumbs to the third eye, continuing to progress each and every day. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you all so much. Make sure you drink lots of water, and I hope that you enjoy. Take your time, play with the cats. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I seeing you tomorrow night?
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Catherine. Yay. Oh my goodness.